Hi, everyone. Welcome to Demo Day. I'm Melinda French Gates, and I'm so pleased that my company, Pivotal Ventures, is partnering with Techstars for year 2 of the Future of Longevity Accelerator. At Pivotal, we believe market innovation can accelerate social progress, and our work in caregiving is a perfect example. By partnering with Techstars, we hope to advance solutions that not only empower older adults to live with greater well-being and dignity, but also alleviate the pressures on the people who care for them. 2021 was a big year for caregiving. Investors and industry leaders are finally waking up to its enormous market opportunity, with 4 companies recently valued at over $1 billion, proving that this is an investable and a scalable market. Yet we're just getting started. We all know the care system in the United States continues to be costly and complex. But the 10 companies you'll meet today fill me with hope. Bright, Wave Therapeutics, and Abbey are building innovative hardware solutions to improve mobility and preventative health. Ondicare, Health Hive, and Elera are providing enhanced care coordination and communication platforms for families and care teams. Better Co-Living and Saydon are building platforms to help older adults find affordable housing and navigate the Medicare system more effectively. And finally, there's Vivo and MyFitPod, which are helping older adults improve wellness and combat isolation through group fitness tools. Today, we celebrate these bold entrepreneurs for their dedication, their hard work, and the progress over the past 13 weeks. Once you hear from these exceptional founders, I'm confident you'll be as hopeful as I am about the future of caregiving. So please join me in congratulating the Techstars Future of Longevity class of 2021.
Thanks, Melinda, and thanks to the whole team at Pivotal Ventures for your commitment and leadership in addressing all these critical challenges facing older adults and their caregivers. And thanks for the faith you've placed in us to be your partner in this really amazing program. And hello, everyone. Welcome to Demo Day. I'm Keith Kamhai, Managing Director of the Techstars Future of Longevity Accelerator, and I'm based here in Washington, D.C. And in just a little bit, you're going to be hearing from each of the 10 amazing teams who've been part of this program and who've been working really around the clock, ultimately, to create a better future for all of us. Demo Day is a celebration. It's a celebration of their milestone of completing the accelerator. It's a launch into their next stage of growth. And very importantly, really most importantly, it's an opportunity for them to enlist the support of the broader community surrounding the program and all the people interested in addressing these challenges. And that's you. So in a little bit, I'm going to let you know how you can connect with the founders and support them as well. But first, a little background for those who may be new to Techstars. At Techstars, we're inspired by the belief that entrepreneurs create a better future. Entrepreneurs are those overachievers who answer a calling to make a difference by creating something the world needs or fixing something they think is broken. And the impact of a successful startup can be huge, especially considering the types of challenges we're addressing in a program like this. But starting a company is hard and risky, as anyone who's been through the drill can attest. Entrepreneurs work really long hours for little pay. There are way more ways to fail than succeed, and time's really against them right from the outset, needing to make progress on meager resources right from the beginning. So with that in mind, Techstars started as an experiment in Boulder, Colorado 15 years ago with the idea that even though every startup is different, by surrounding a startup with a collection of experienced mentors who've been through the drill before, we just might be able to help the founders avoid some of the most common mistakes that we all made along the way and help them chart a faster, better, more likely path to success. And needless to say, that experiment worked out, or I wouldn't be here today. And that modest pilot has now expanded to 46 accelerators around the world. Over 2,700 startups have been through a program like this, and they've gone on to collectively raise nearly $20 billion in funding and have a combined market cap of over $68 billion and growing. There's also been hundreds of successful exits so far, and 18 Techstars unicorns valued at over $1 billion each so far. And I love those last few stats because they show that in addition to us loving these companies, other investors are voting with their wallets to say that they think the companies are pretty special and valuable as well. And just prior to my current role managing the Future Longevity Program, I was actually managing Techstars' worldwide accelerator footprint. So I've had a front row seat into this incredible platform and the power of the global network for helping entrepreneurs succeed. And it is truly, truly extraordinary. From that experience, I can also say with some authority that this particular accelerator is very special. In fact, when the opportunity arose to leave the dean's office for the classroom to work with pivotal ventures on these huge challenges in my own family and that so many of my friends are experiencing, I had to jump at it. And the same thing that attracted me turns out to have attracted hundreds of remarkable, innovative companies to apply, and that resulted in our being able to select and invest in an extraordinary class that you're going to meet shortly. But before we do that, I have to warn you from the outset that we made a number of very contrarian bets, and they absolutely fly in the face of the prevailing conventional wisdom. See, the conventional wisdom is that successful founders come out of a single demographic mold, but we bet on a highly diverse group. Half our CEOs are women, 70% of the CEOs identify as being from a group that's traditionally underinvested in tech and venture funding, and 100% of our companies have diverse teams. We got there by starting with a conviction that talent is equally distributed, even though opportunity isn't. And so we cast a wide net, we ran an equitable, inclusive process, and then we simply selected the best, most talented teams in the category to support. And it turns out that under those conditions, talent rises to the top, and that talent happens to be diverse. Conventional wisdom is that successful founders are generally under about 32 years old in age. But we made a contrarian bet on a much older age group. In fact, the CEOs you're about to meet gave me permission to share with you that their average age as of today is 50 years old. We got there because the best people who identify and solve challenges are often the ones who are experiencing them firsthand. And we felt that bringing in founders with a career's worth of experience and learning might be an asset, not a liability. And finally, conventional wisdom is that bets like these are generally the work of nonprofits, not investors. Just to be clear, I'm measured first and foremost on my investment returns from selecting and backing these companies. And I can say after 13 weeks of working intensively with them in the accelerator, I've wound up even more confident that the contrarian bets are going to pay off. They're going to pay off for me. They're going to pay off for anyone who's listening who gets to enlist and work with them. And they're going to pay off for all of us who are going to benefit from the solutions they bring to the world. So in closing, let me just say how inspiring it is to work at a company and with a partner that fully embraces making an impact and making bets like these. Thanks to Maëlle, Fran, Nancy, and the whole team at Techstars for giving me the opportunity. And thanks to our amazing program manager, Sarah Hippert, for making everything work. She's going to join us again at halftime to thank some of the many folks who've been involved. And again, finally, thanks above all to our amazing partner, Pivotal Ventures, including our fabulous program liaison, Laura Jaremko, and our executive sponsor, Jennifer Steibel, who I'm going to introduce to you right now to give you some context on the category and on Pivotal's rationale for being involved.
Thank you, Keith. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jennifer Steibel, and I lead the caregiving strategy at Pivotal Ventures. Pivotal Ventures is an investment and incubation company created by Melinda French Gates to accelerate social progress in the United States. We use investment and philanthropic capital to remove the barriers that hold people back. Through high-impact investments, advocacy, and partnerships like the one we have with Techstars, we work to expand opportunity and accelerate equality, particularly for women who bear a disproportionate amount of unpaid caregiving responsibility. Through our partnership with Techstars and our broader caregiving work, we support the development of new, innovative caregiving solutions for American families. Since long before the pandemic, millions of unpaid caregivers have borne the responsibility of care for their loved ones. But now the world can no longer ignore that invisible load. We believe in the power of innovation to create more and better choices for today's families. Caregivers deserve a world where they don't have to choose between participating in the workforce and caring for their loved ones. And older adults deserve to live with the dignity and support they want and need. This accelerator is brought to life by the incredible Techstars team and nearly 100 program mentors. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank Keith Kamhai, Sarah Hippert, and Nancy Wolf at Techstars, Pivotal's partner liaison, Laura Jaremko, and each and every mentor in this growing network who so generously gave of their time and expertise over the past 13 weeks. To this incredible group of founders, congratulations. You have each identified an important need in this growing market, developed an innovative solution, and are doing the hard work every day to bring your vision to life. We are so proud of your dedication and growth, and we will be here cheering your continued success as you build the future of the care economy.
"10,000 people in the U.S. are turning 65 every day. In fact, by the end of the decade, all baby boomers will be over 65, representing more than 1 in 5 Americans. And soon, for the first time in U.S. history, older adults will outnumber children. The demographic trend is clear. We're living longer. Longevity is one of the greatest achievements of the 21st century. But the triumph of longer lives is also a challenge because America's caregiving system hasn't kept pace. Millions of older adults don't have the support they need to lead dignified, independent lives on their own terms. Many are isolated, vulnerable, and have to rely on their grown children or other loved ones to meet their basic needs. In fact, more than 40 million Americans are caring for an older loved one today. While this is an act of love, it can also be a tremendous strain and sacrifice. Unpaid family caregivers deliver 34 billion hours of care to older adults in the U.S. annually, valued at $470 billion. And women are 3 times as likely as men to quit their jobs to take care of a family member. We believe that we can and we must do better. And we believe entrepreneurs with bold visions can create a better future. We envision a future where older adults are able to age in place without facing financial ruin or loneliness. We envision a future where advanced, affordable hardware devices prevent debilitating deadly conditions like bed sores. And innovative powered mobility solutions are available at affordable prices to all who need it. We envision a future filled with preventive solutions for healthy aging, including cutting-edge therapies that may prevent or delay Alzheimer's disease, and fitness programs tailored specifically to older adults that also foster social connection. We envision a future where clinicians, patients, and their families can easily collaborate and coordinate care, and where Medicare plan selection is simple to navigate. And finally, we envision a future where trusted, on-demand formal caregivers are easy to find and want to stay in the job. And grown children can enjoy spending time with their parents rather than managing their daily needs. In short, we envision a world that's being built right now by the entrepreneurs you are about to meet.
So you've gotten a sense for the magnitude of the challenges we're addressing with this program. Now it's time to meet the founders who are rising to the occasion to solve them. And as I said before, I really hope you're going to do more than just listen in. Helping a startup succeed isn't a spectator sport. So I hope you'll find at least one company to support, maybe by investing or referring an investor, buying their products or referring a customer, or perhaps by introducing them to a future partner or new hire. And here's how. If you're here with us live in our Philo space, you can connect with the companies just by following the instructions right below the live stream. And then after the pitches, we're going to open up rooms down below that where you can go meet up with the companies on live individual Zoom calls. If you're watching on YouTube Premiere or watching a recording, you can use the URL on the screen to connect with the companies. And so without further ado, let's begin. And we're going to start with a group of 3 companies that continues our contrarian themes. See, many of my peers advise me not to take more than one hardware company in a class because, well, hardware is hard. But we decided to bet on 3, and you're about to see why. These 3 impressive innovators are creating products to prevent bed sores, to provide advanced powered mobility at affordable prices to all who need it, and to potentially prevent or delay the onset of Alzheimer's disease. Here's Karen to introduce our first company.
Hello, Techstars Future of Longevity attendees. I'm Karen Etkin. As a gerontologist who has been mapping out the age tech ecosystem for the past few years, I believe that there is a major gap in the market this next presenter fills. I have worked with John as a mentor on Techstars for the past few months and have been incredibly impressed by what his team is building and the pace that they're moving in. I am delighted to introduce to you the person who's going to revolutionize mobility for hundreds of millions of people. Please welcome John De Benedetti.
Using wheelchairs on and off since 1985, I know firsthand the strength required to use manual wheelchairs independently. But sadly last year, only 1 million powered wheelchairs and 1 million 3- and 4-wheel scooters were produced for a global market of over 200 million adults with reduced mobility. The scarcity of powered mobility devices is a gross injustice. This is what motivates our team, and it's why the world needs Abby. What's worse, those 1 million powered wheelchairs were sold B2B as medical devices to third-party insurance payers for $3.5 billion, but intended for use by just a tiny fraction of the addressable market. Powered mobility devices as a category is worth over $4 billion today, but that's expected to more than triple in just the next few years because of the massive unmet need and advances in lithium battery and brushless motor technology. And while mobility scooters are currently the most affordable powered option, they're unstable and difficult to maneuver in an indoor home use setting. Powered wheelchairs, on the other hand, can cost $40,000 or more, weigh hundreds of pounds, and still lack smart technology like cameras and sensors for safety. Until recently, there have been few alternatives. Some of these include add-on kits for manual wheelchairs in the $8,000 to $10,000 range. Recently, some high-end 4-wheel scooters in the $5,000 to $7,000 range, and even 6-figure exoskeletons. But the bottom line is that the industry's failure to provide anything other than low-function or extremely high-priced solutions is tragic, but it does present a huge opportunity for new and better products to enter the market. So let's meet Abby. Loaded with advanced features, easy to purchase online, with financing available for around $3,000. That's just a fraction of anything comparable. Abby is a high-function smart wheelchair and solves most of the long-standing issues with the mainstream products, including battery range and the lack of smart technology. And connectivity makes Abby a platform, not just a better, more affordable electric wheelchair. So we can transcend hardware economics with subscriptions and develop our software business roadmap. We've bootstrapped Abby from a concept right through initial production, and we've met our unit economics targets. Our 6-week pre-launch campaign validated demand, product fit, generated dozens of pre-orders and deposits, and over 1,000 subscribers on a wait list for launch. But most importantly, it proved that people are willing to pay out of pocket for new and better products like Abby. My co-founder was the Singularity University Asia Pacific Ambassador. Our team in Shenzhen has designed and built battery electric vehicles for decades. Our marketing lead has a consumer products digital agency background, and I'm an experienced software founder. I'm John De Benedetti, CEO. If you believe, as we do, that powered mobility cannot remain a privilege reserved only for the wealthy or the well-insured, then we should talk. Thank you.
I'm very pleased to be here today to present Bright to the Techstars Demo Day. I've been involved peripherally with Bright from its day of conception a few years ago, and have been impressed by what they've accomplished and their overall objectives. This is truly a breakthrough as a non-invasive system which is available to people with Alzheimer's, and any form of brain disorder, which is only increasing in this country. I think it's a very exciting story, and I'm sure you will after you hear it.
We all imagine living a long, healthy life. If we're lucky enough to live to be 80 and beyond, you're almost certain to be living with Alzheimer's disease. Either you'll have it or you'll be the caregiver of a loved one who does. Alzheimer's is a global health crisis that devastates families. More than 6 million Americans over the age of 65 are living with an Alzheimer's diagnosis. It's the 6th leading cause of death in the US, killing more people than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. There is no known cure, but there is a flicker of hope. Scientists at leading universities, led by researchers at MIT, have discovered that exposure to 40 Hz light improves sleep, reduces brain atrophy, and boosts memory and cognition. This ongoing research indicates that daily exposure to 40 Hz light may prevent Alzheimer's disease and slow its progression. We all have naturally occurring plaques in our body. Our hearts pump to remove plaques that build up in our veins and arteries, and our brain waves pulse to activate its natural cleaning process. And in Alzheimer's brain, there's an unusual buildup of sticky amyloid plaques that slows the brain rhythm, which inhibits the cleaning process, creating a downward spiral. 40 Hz light therapy rejuvenates the brain to function at a healthy rhythm. We've fast-tracked this research to bring a solution to market. Beacon 40 delivers lights pulsing at 40 Hz. It's safe, effective, and fits easily into daily routines. Beacon 40 is the only smart home connected 40 Hz light available today without a doctor's prescription. Since our launch with only direct sales, we've watched our business grow. 2 years ago, we brought the first Beacon 40 systems to market. We grew 4x in 2021, passing 1.2 million in sales. With strong traction, proven market fit, and 80% margins across our product suite, we're able to expand our B2B partnerships, opening channels to senior communities, offering a much-needed science-based solution for cognitive health. I'm Wendy Bronfin, and we're the co-founders of Bright. We're experts in neuroscience, product innovation, market expansion, supply chain, and finance. Research shows that up to 60% of Alzheimer's is preventable. Bright is changing the consumer landscape from a model of sick care for Alzheimer's disease to one of prevention. Join us to help millions of families live more engaged lives filled with memories. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Coleman. I've been using this chair for over 7 years, but the first cushion I had caused me such excruciating pain that I ended up in bed for over a month, just trying to find a more comfortable cushion. A pressure sore that gets infected can be a matter of life and death, so that's why I'm super excited about what Jessica's doing with Wave Therapeutics. Her innovative approach to pressure relief and comfort is really appealing to me as an active wife and mother. It's my distinct honor and privilege to introduce Jessica Bussert.
Years ago, I was working in a small-town emergency department when a disabled vet arrived with the worst infected bed sores I'd ever seen. He was septic and almost dead. His doctor had prescribed a $4,000 wheelchair cushion to help treat his wounds, but my patient just couldn't afford it. Each year, 3 million Americans will develop a pressure injury, otherwise known as a bed sore, and 60,000 will die as a result. That's 50% more than from car accidents. This space hasn't seen innovation for decades. Current options for care are labor-intensive, ineffective, and grossly overpriced. It doesn't have to be this way. I'm Jessica Busser, ER nurse and the founder of Wave Therapeutics. We have a vision that no one should have to suffer from these deadly and debilitating injuries. Wave has developed the first affordable and effective smart cushioning technology to prevent and treat bed sores. Our technology combines two clinically proven therapies, alternating pressure and sequential compression, to eliminate pressure points and actively deliver fresh, oxygenated blood to at-risk tissues. We join this with our smart analytics to deliver real-time data and remote patient monitoring. We'll use our technology in wheelchair cushions, hospital mattresses, and surgical beds. The U.S. healthcare market for cushioning products is over $30 billion, and with our superior technology and significantly better prices, we'll quickly become the standard of care in this important space. After U.S. healthcare, we'll expand into foreign healthcare markets and also add various consumer, automotive, and airline offerings. We'll enter the market selling our hardware direct and via distribution, and we'll also earn a valuable monthly recurring revenue with our enterprise software offerings. We've got best-in-class institutional partners teed up for our pilots and trials, and we've signed an important contract with the Veterans Health Administration. Our direct-to-consumer story is just as powerful. In only a few weeks, we've collected 500 pre-sale signups, and our ad conversion rates are 4 times larger than the industry standards. The numbers show that people are desperate for our life-saving technology. We've assembled the people to make this all happen. Our core team includes Fortune 100 tech leaders, healthcare professionals, seasoned device engineers, and serial entrepreneurs. Wave is on a mission to end preventable bed sores. Join us.
Pretty impressive, right? As a reminder, if you'd like to connect with Wave, Abby, or Bright, here's how. If you're here with us live in Philo, just see the instructions down below the live stream. And if you're watching on YouTube, go to the URL on the screen and use the click for intro links there to connect with any of the companies. Our second group of companies focuses on our preventive health theme, and in particular on fitness. This is an area that's near and dear to my heart since my own startups have been in the fitness tech space. As a result of that, I also get pitched on an awful lot of fitness companies and concepts, but very few of them stand out. These next two do. They're pursuing novel approaches to an underserved and rapidly growing demographic of exercisers who truly need their services. And they're quickly building traction and loyal customer bases in the process. Here they are.
My name is David Meltzer. As an investor in a multitude of companies, I came across many business opportunities and founders. I was drawn to Maria Turco because of her consistent, persistent pursuit of her potential.
When the COVID shutdown happened, fitness professionals like Megan lost 80% of their revenue overnight. And aging adults like Megan's 60-year-old client Steven went from exercising and socializing with his fitness professional friends and family to being disconnected, deconditioned, and on a path to decline. In my 25 years of experience in this industry, I have never seen so much change in such a short period of time. Already changing consumer trends intensified overnight forever and created a problem for over 400,000 fitness professionals in the US and the 67 million people over the age of 55 who benefit from a healthy lifestyle. That's where we come in. MyFitPod delivers a turnkey fitness business in a box that provides a bridge that connects Megan and Steven and delivers trust and engagement. The fitness market is currently served by 3 primary channels: mass streaming, gyms, and independent fitness professionals. The first 2 solutions target younger, healthier, self-motivated populations who don't want or need personal two-way connection, whereas independent fitness and wellness professionals are ideally suited to serve and connect with older adults in this new world. But unfortunately, they are cobbling together a la carte tools to serve their aging audiences. At MyFitPod, we make starting and running a successful business more straightforward so pros can focus on improving the health of their clients. Our solution includes education, marketing, and technology to promote, sell, transact, and deliver in-person, interactive streaming, and on-demand sessions simultaneously, and that maximizes fitness professionals' earnings and helps active agers stay connected with their trusted pro when, where, and how they want. Our Fitness Business Academy is so valuable. Professionals are willing to pay to participate in it because we teach them how to successfully build and run their business and become more successful on our platform, where they pay a flat monthly fee and a percentage of transactions. We are starting with the $1.5 billion fitness professional tool market, which sits within the larger 5-year projected $60 billion digital fitness market. And I've put together a team that has successfully navigated 25 years of change in the fitness industry. We've helped over 1,000 fitness professionals navigate the pandemic successfully. We've employed over 20,000 and we've certified over 15,000. In July, we launched our MVP. We beta tested it in August. We had our first paying customers in September, and we closed our pre-seed in October. We joined Techstars in November, and in December, we added our Fit Pro Business Academy, driving our cost of acquisition to 0. And the number of pros and revenue are growing at an average of 50% plus month over month. So join us in creating the MyFitPod system to empower over 400,000 fitness and wellness professionals to serve the growing aging adult market, so we can all live vibrantly as we age. My name is Maria Perella Turco, CEO and founder of MyFitPod.
Hi, my name is Tom Berger. I'm retired now after running 6 startups over my career. I'm a delighted Vivo customer and have been for well over a year now. Most fitness companies make wild claims about their offering. Most are just hype. Vivo is an exception. Vivo has changed my life. My friends and relatives have noticed a change in me as well. Eric has assembled an impressive group of individuals who are committed to Vivo and also committed to helping their customers improve their lives as well. Everyone listening to this presentation is a candidate for Vivo or have some loved ones that are. It's my pleasure to introduce Eric Levitin, the founder and CEO of Vivo. Thank you.
Every person on the planet loses muscle mass as they age. It's what leads to falls, diseases of aging like type 2 diabetes and osteoporosis, and ultimately robs us of our independence. I watched this happen with my own mom. She loved playing with her grandkids and gardening and traveling, but really started to struggle with her balance and mobility, which led to falls. Her doctor told her to strength train, but she didn't know where to start, and what she found didn't work. Well, my mom's not alone. There are over 54 million people over the age of 65 in this country, yet less than 10% of them do any kind of strength training, and here's why. There aren't good solutions in the market for older adults. Gyms are unwelcoming. Digital fitness is littered with video programs and live stream classes, which are too impersonal, lack any social engagement, and just don't stick. Which is why we created Vivo. If there's a fountain of youth in this world, it's strength training, and Vivo makes that accessible and inviting. Vivo is an online fitness program with a real focus on building strength and function, all from the comfort of your own home. You don't need to drive to a gym or buy an expensive piece of equipment that sits in your home. Vivo is a live and interactive two-way experience that is small enough to provide individualized feedback for everyone, but big enough to create a socially engaging, fun experience that you just can't get from a video. And to prove the efficacy of what we're doing, we measure outcomes. We have a team of scientists that collect data on strength and balance for every participant and measure progress. In short, our unique approach to serve this market is working. We've been running Vivo classes for over 20 months, and in that time, the average monthly customer retention is 98%. What we have built is extremely sticky. And because we track progress, we know that the average customer sees about a 25% increase in strength and endurance in just the first 2 months of doing Vivo. Vivo sits in the digital fitness market with a US TAM of $28 billion and growing rapidly. We provide Vivo as a monthly membership, direct to consumer or through distribution channels, and currently have customers in 25 states across the country. We are tracking to a LTV of $6,000, and with a potential global footprint, the opportunity is significant. We closed on a $1.1 million round on the way into Techstars, and just received an intent to fund notice from the National Institutes on Aging for a $2.3 million grant to study Vivo as an intervention for older adults with prediabetes. This positions Vivo as a clinical intervention and opens a world of opportunity to integrate with healthcare providers, senior living communities, and ultimately be covered by private insurance and Medicare Advantage. As a former tech entrepreneur with a successful exit, I've built a team of professionals that know how to execute and grow this business, along with aging specialists and scientists from top universities such as Duke and Emory. Strength training is the fountain of youth that we all need to age well, and Vivo is the program to make that happen. So join me on this journey to change the narrative around what aging looks like. Thank you.
As I said before, I'm a longtime veteran in the fitness tech space, and I rarely see companies with this level of potential. If you'd like to connect with MyFitPod or Vivo, please follow the instructions on the screen. That brings us to the halfway point. We're halfway through the pitches. And before we move on to the third group of companies, we want to acknowledge and thank some extraordinary organizations and individuals who've been instrumental in the success of this program. And to do that, I'm going to introduce my remarkable partner in this accelerator, our program manager, Sarah Hippert. Anyone who's been part of the program in any capacity has seen her commitment and tireless work on behalf of the founders and the entire ecosystem. Thanks, Sarah, for your incredible work, and please take it away.
Thank you, Keith. So many people and organizations have contributed to make the last 13 weeks transformational for our founders as they grew their businesses. First, we'd like to thank our global network partners for supporting our founders through office hours, workshops, and of course, perks and credits. Next, we'd like to extend sincere gratitude to the impressive group of people who presented workshops and founder stories over the course of the program. You delivered content with poise and mastery, and your candidness made these sessions invaluable. Keith and I would like to recognize our dream team of associates, Sophia, Matt, Marjorie, Tarun, and Austin. I couldn't have asked for a more diligent, proactive, and effective team, not to mention you are each a joy to be around. And now for our mentors. We have a truly exceptional group, and they are at the core of shaping the founder experience. The insights you shared with our founders will help them to see around corners and to expedite their growth. We'd like to give a special shout out to our lead mentors, the true secret sauce of the accelerator experience. The feedback we've gotten on your engagement is simply extraordinary and a reflection of your deep knowledge, network, and commitment. And finally, to our all-star mentors who went above and beyond to progress these companies. Thank you for your extended time and efforts. You've exceeded all expectations in both your strategic guidance and by diving into the details to help these founders succeed. We were also incredibly fortunate to have 4 brilliant mentors in residence, Susan, Sanjay, Lara, and Steve, who committed to supporting the entire class throughout the program and served as an extended brain trust for Keith and me. And finally, we'd like to thank the stellar team at Pivotal Ventures for sharing your expertise and time with the founders. Renee, Jennifer, Imani, Erin, Sadie, Brittany, and above all, our remarkable partner liaison, super mentor, and collaborator in all that we do, Lara Jaremko. You are a strategic powerhouse, the ultimate team player, and deeply committed to the founder experience. And now, I'll pass it off to you, Lara, to introduce the next group of companies.
Thank you, Sarah. We absolutely won the program manager lottery with your resourcefulness, professionalism, and commitment to excellence in all that you do. Together with Keith's brilliant leadership and passion, we couldn't ask for a better team. Spending time with the founders and mentors over the past 13 weeks, I have been continually impressed by what is possible when you combine visionary, growth-oriented founders with the diverse perspectives and expertise of our mentor base. Congratulations, founders, on all your progress to date and all your successes yet to come. It is with great pleasure to introduce you to our next group of companies who are focused on the all-important topic of care coordination and communication platforms. Each of these companies offers a solution that enhances the quality and efficiency of care delivery so that caregivers can spend less time being mired in logistics and more time in shared experiences and human connection.
Hello, my name is Jerry Gooden, and I'm a retired Senior Vice President and Head of Regional Field Operations at Aetna. Over my 30 plus years at Aetna, I had the opportunity to work with many talented leaders along the way. And today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to one of them. I have watched Chiquisha Kidd grow into a successful P&L leader over the years, and I am very excited to see her now take those skills into the startup world. As an angel investor, I back very smart people with big ideas. I believe in Chiquisha and her team's ability to execute, and I am excited by the market opportunity their solution presents. So now please meet Kanume.
I was shell-shocked when I got the call. After 53 years of marriage, my mom was facing the reality that she would be alone for the first time in her life in her mid-70s. My father had died, and she needed support. Over the coming weeks and months, I found myself stepping in more and more, from having to intervene with a contractor trying to overcharge her, to realizing she'd never done taxes before and didn't know where to start. She was scared, her calls were nonstop, and the situation became overwhelming for us both. There will be 73 million older adults in the U.S. by 2030, and just like my mom, they want to remain independent, but they're often forced to turn to their children or other loved ones for help. With over 40 million people taking care of aging loved ones while also coordinating their own lives and careers, there's often a conflict in priorities that's led to annual workforce productivity losses worth $32 billion. Just like us, these families need Kanume. At Kanume, we offer a solution that provides three key things: a licensed personal care concierge who feels more like a member of your family that you can trust, an easy-to-use interactive platform to efficiently manage client and family requests, and a flexible benefit from employers to help employees manage increasing caregiving demands. There are many care coordination solutions in the market that address the 25% of older adults that have complex care issues and need medical care coordination. Kanume differentiates from these offerings by focusing on early intervention and increased longevity, addressing the remaining 75% of this population that are active and independent, living longer, and with more disposable income than any other generation. We support clients with all types of requests, not only healthcare coordination, but fun things like finding a new book club or planning a travel excursion to help bridge the gap between health and happiness. With revenue streams coming from PMPM membership fees, third-party reimbursement, and network access fees, we will drive top-line growth through B2B sales as 42% of employers add or expand caregiving benefits in the next year, tapping into a $273 billion market. At the core of our success is a team with deep knowledge of the industry. In addition to my background as an investment banker and health insurance P&L leader, my brother Cy, Laura, and Donald not only each have over 20 years experience in their respective fields, we're all caregivers and truly understand the human impact that drives our value. After a series of focus groups and interviews, we built our MVP and launched the platform in summer of 2021. And in just the past 6 months, we've generated over 500 client leads, built a team of 10, and since January, launched our B2B sales strategy and will be onboarding 5 customer groups in the next 6 months, with several more on the horizon. Kanume has allowed my mom to conquer her goals of getting back on track with her nutrition, and her care concierge Serena has been her go-to when it comes to managing daily tasks, taking the stress off my shoulders and bringing the joy back to our mother-daughter relationship. Kanume is the digital hub for successful aging, empowering older adults not to just age in place, but to thrive anywhere. Join us.
My name is Tom Strauss, and I've been in healthcare over 47 years. I'm here today, however, to introduce you to Nicole Pelosi, the founder of OndiCare. Nicole has a long career in process engineering and business strategy, but what I'm really excited about is what Nicole and her team have created. Care in the home is the future of healthcare in this country, and I believe OndiCare is onto something really special that can help decrease the total cost of care for healthcare and improve services to our staff and discharged patients. For these reasons, I have decided to personally invest in OndiCare, as well as to serve on their board of directors. It's been an honor to work with her. Please welcome Nicole Pelosi.
Have you ever felt like you were failing at home and at work? I have. First as a single mom with a demanding job, and then years later as the caretaker of my father-in-law with Parkinson's, our own business, and 2 children. Aging in place is the goal for 90% of Americans, yet supporting aging in place can be hard on the family, and it is almost untenable when you are juggling the demands of work and home and you need the support of outside help. Conventional wisdom is that there's simply a shortage of caregivers. I've interviewed hundreds of caregivers myself, and I disagree. The median income for the millions of in-home caregivers in the US with decades of experience are paid less than what they would make at McDonald's. So they're giving up on caregiving for better pay, flexible schedules, and they don't have the business skills to succeed as independent caregivers. Today's traditional solutions have little flexibility and charge you double what your caregiver earns. The do-it-yourself subscription solutions require hours, sometimes days, searching and vetting and coordinating schedules yourself. OndiCare replaces the costly middleman and eliminates the work. By generating short lists of real-time matches, driving efficient negotiations of rates and schedules, and providing instant backup options and support when you need it. We are attracting professional caregivers with years of experience because we give them control of what they make, when they work, and we give them the tools and support they need to succeed. Our empowered heroes provide the best, most reliable care for all ages, so you can succeed at home and at work. Our business model is simple. Prices are set by families and heroes. Families or their employers pay for care when it is fulfilled, and we make 20%, and you pay the same or maybe a little less for better care. Last year, with zero spent on advertising, OndiCare Heroes fulfilled double the care events, and families spent more year over year. And we have 3 companies offering OndiCare as an employee benefit. I'm Nicole Pelosi, and our team has deep experience in process engineering, Six Sigma, operations, medicine, technology, and senior living. We are ready to replicate our success in a number of new metro areas in this $85 billion market. Contact me if you would like to join us as we work to serve the 17 million families juggling demanding jobs and care of loved ones.
I'm Peter Caldas, CEO of the American Society on Aging, the nation's largest association of professionals working in the field of aging. Our over 4,000 members are healthcare providers, community-based organization executives, and business leaders. Sadly, they know how fragmented care management is, as they represent all the dots that need to be connected to make sure older adults receive quality care. As a mentor to Health Hive, I'm excited to see how the co-founders' experience in health tech is successfully helping them navigate this complex space. Here's CEO and co-founder Stephen Farber to tell you more.
In 2000, I was flying around the world as an investment banker. Then I got the call we all dread. My mother had pancreatic cancer. Like 29% of Americans each year, suddenly I was thrust into the role of informal caregiver. Overnight, I had to deal with a mess. I became the bridge for a range of players, including doctors, skilled nursing, and home aides. I had to track and coordinate her poorly communicated and constantly changing care plans to the family, to caregivers, and to her entire care team. It sucks. Currently, payers are losing $75 billion a year due to this failure in care coordination. No one is able to see the complete picture. Health Hive solves this problem. We bring together records and resources for both caregivers and family, and we bring this into a single patient-centered platform we call a Hive. Hive creation is easily triggered by an organization, and importantly, it integrates into existing systems. We empower the team without changing the workflows of the organizations involved in that care. The Hive allows everyone to get on the same page. We begin with a US TAM of $10 billion focused on at-risk payers and providers serving older adults. We then extend into the broader market of chronic conditions with a TAM of $25 billion. The market is currently comprised of solutions designed to solve important problems with the health system or the family. We integrate across these verticals and organizations. So while companies compete with elements of what we do, they also offer an opportunity to partner. Our low-cost B2B SaaS model attracts organizations seeking to reduce their cost of care management. We start with skilled nursing facilities to learn, and then we quickly move upstream to larger at-risk parties. As a team, we've already built, scaled, and sold a B2B SaaS business. We have deep experience and a broad network in the health tech space. We've used our first paying customers to refine workflows and automation. We've secured initial partnerships, and to support our accelerated growth, we have integrations in place enabling access to more than 34,000 organizations. HealthHive will integrate the patient and family into the healthcare system as we enable the healthcare system to finally operate as a system.
Thank you, Auntie Care, Kanumi, and HealthHive. You are each addressing such badly broken components of our caregiving infrastructure, and you're doing it so intelligently. I just look forward to continuing to support your rapid growth as you keep chipping away at these problems. And I hope some of you out there watching are going to get on board to support their efforts as well, whether it's customers, investors, partners. You all know the drill. To connect with the founders, if you're in Philo, just see the instructions below. And if you're watching on YouTube, go to the URL on the screen. And so to round us out, we're going to finish up with two marketplace solutions focused on massive opportunities. The first one is building a marketplace to address two of the biggest challenges facing those aging in place. The second is bringing transparency to one of the most challenging marketplaces to navigate, namely Medicare plan selection. Here's Charles Hudson to kick us off.
Hi, I'm Charles Hudson, Managing Partner of Precursor Ventures. Precursor Ventures is proud to have led the pre-seed round for Better Co-Living, a company that's attacking one of the most pressing problems facing older adults and their loved ones. We here at Precursor are very proud to have backed Jamie and Paula, as we believe they have the right background, experience, and drive to bring their vision to reality. We have watched them grow and develop and make so much progress during the Techstars Future of Longevity Accelerator. We couldn't be more proud of them and look forward to continuing to work with them in the future. Please join me in welcoming Jamie Wilson, Better Co-Living's CEO and co-founder.
If you've ever had a parent or loved one look you in the eyes and ask you to promise to never move them into senior housing like I have, then you understand exactly the problem we're solving. And you're not alone. Studies by AARP show that 90% of seniors want to age in place. However, there are two challenges with this. One, finances can prevent them from doing so, as 80% of senior households face financial insecurity. And two, even for those who do remain at home, isolation remains a challenge, with over 40% of seniors regularly experiencing loneliness. My co-founder and I have prior experience running over 200 co-living homes and are among the only senior executives in the US with experience in co-living. I've spent my career in the real estate and housing industries, building product and engineering teams, leading and growing companies from the CEO role, and was part of a 3-person team that led the sale of Zip Realty for $160 million. Paula has been a startup general counsel, a partner at a large international law firm where she worked on high-profile real estate and housing projects, and teaches law at UC Berkeley. We've applied our 35 years of experience to create a co-living platform that solves financial insecurity and loneliness for older adults. We help homeowners generate extra income by sharing their homes, which reduces the cost of staying in their home by half or more. And we offer housemates a place to live in a neighborhood they love that costs 30 to 40% less than traditional senior living. And we offer all of our customers events and activities to help them make connections and feel less lonely. With our previous experience delivering co-living to over 1,400 people, we know the key components to creating successful, long-lasting co-living relationships. First, we use our proprietary algorithm to match housemates and provide background checks for safety and security. Second, living with someone can be overwhelming, but we make it easy with features like automated payments, household expense sharing, and tools for managing a shared home. Third, and most importantly, we stay engaged with our customers, and we offer ongoing services that we've learned are essential to a great long-term co-living experience. We process all monthly payments through our platform, and we have a simple marketplace model with a 15% take rate applied to those payments. 12% comes from the housemate, and 3% comes from the homeowner. With 90% of the fastest growing population in the US wanting to age in place, we have a serviceable addressable market of $68 billion. After raising pre-seed funding last summer, we launched our first listing and were admitted to the Techstars Future of Longevity Accelerator. In the last 2.5 months, we've gone live and launched additional listings, all while developing the foundation for our future growth. Our Better Co-Living platform enables our parents and grandparents, and yours, to have the quality of life they deserve. We hope you'll join us in making senior housing that is appealing, enjoyable, and affordable available to all in every neighborhood across the U.S.
Good afternoon. I'm Michael Costa, and for the last 4 years, I've been an active angel investor with New York Angels and a Techstars mentor. For the last several months, I've had the privilege of working with Riaz and his team, who have brought their deep domain expertise and their tech chops to disrupt the highly inefficient and opaque Medicare enrollment market. And I should know, I just turned 64 and have already relied on Sedan to help me navigate this market, which intimidates even a relatively sophisticated investor like myself. Please join me in welcoming Riaz Ali, co-founder and CEO of Sedan.
Today, we spend $800 billion to deliver Medicare to more than 60 million people. But to access this care, someone living in Los Angeles County, for example, has to compare over 200 different options. As if that's not bad enough, meet Maria. She is soon to retire. And as soon as she turns 64, she's bombarded by marketing and unsolicited calls from a handful of national call center-based brokers that are selling one-size-fits-all plans. Without her own independent research or access to a high-quality local expert, she doesn't get the right plan, which means she may not get the care that she needs. This is both bad business and a public health crisis. I know, I was part of the problem. I saw the confusion, anxiety, and frustration people experienced when I was the chief marketing officer at Scan Health Plan, one of the nation's largest Medicare Advantage plans. And our team, who has worked together for years, knows this problem from the inside out. Ken, our co-founder and chief product officer, led the development of the first consumer-facing out-of-pocket calculator for the ACA. And Kabi, our CTO, was instrumental in launching both the Minnesota and DC exchanges. To truly meet what Maria needs, we need a voice that cares and gives her the confidence to navigate Medicare on her terms. We need Ask Claire. Ask Claire is the only technology-based service that combines easy-to-use consumer resources and wizards with the first of its kind agent marketplace. So that when Maria comes to Ask Claire, she can trust that she's getting the most relevant, most personal, highest quality guidance. She can access curated and unbiased educational resources, a comprehensive and fully objective plan finder tool that's powered by data from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. And when the time is right, connect with a health plan or a highly rated local agent who speaks her language, lives in her neighborhood, and represents the carriers she's interested in. Our service is free to the consumers, and we generate revenue through a subscription fee from local agents. Ask Claire provides the over 250,000 local agents with a unique platform to build a profile, collect customer reviews, and connect directly with the beneficiary through click-to-call and click-to-web. And unlike other marketing platforms that sell and resell the same leads, Ask Claire is designed to help a local agent grow and retain their business by fostering a one-to-one long-term relationship between them and their clients. Our pilot in Southern California validated customer need and agent demand for this service. Last annual enrollment period, we educated over 6,000 beneficiaries and generated referrals for 75% of our highest rated agents. And since January of this year, our agent marketplace has grown by 100%. We need to bring the power of personal guidance and local expertise into the hands of people on Medicare today and those counting on it tomorrow. We need Ask Claire.
All right, that's a wrap. I am so proud to be working with these extraordinary founders who are working so hard to make the world a better place for all of us. I hope you're going to join me in supporting them in the next steps of their journeys as well. Please use the URL on the screen to learn more about them and request introductions. If you're here with us live in Philo, stick around and we're going to let you know in just a sec how to go meet with the companies live. And for everyone watching and everyone who's been part of delivering this extraordinary program, I'd just like to thank you on behalf of myself, Sarah, Techstars, and Pivotal for your support as we continue the efforts to address the significant unmet needs of older adults and their caregivers. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.
Now it's time for networking. Please scroll down to see the company rooms. Click the button that says Meet Founder Name to join that company's room. Then you'll click the blue button that says Join, which will take you to a live Zoom meeting with the founders of that company. There is also a resources section in each company room to learn more. If you are having any technical difficulties with the platform, please scroll to the bottom of the page where it says Techstars Program Team and click the button that says Click for Technical Support. We'll be here until 3 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you in one of the rooms.